Hi everybody, I'm Jan Fishler, happiness coach. Welcome back to my channel where I'm going to explore just simple, powerful ways to bring more joy into your life. And today's topic is one of the easiest, cheapest, and most natural ways to boost your mood and feel better. And you can do it starting right now. And it's all about moving your body. And no, you don't have to be a marathon runner or join a fancy gym, although I just joined a fancy gym and I love it. You don't have to do that to feel the benefits. In fact, just a little bit of movement each day can have a huge impact on your happiness. Okay, so now you're wondering, why does moving your body make you happier? Well, science gives us some reasons. When you move, whether it's walking, dancing, gardening, stretching, doing yoga, your brain releases endorphins. And those are your body's natural feel-good chemicals. And they boost your mood. Movement also increases serotonin and dopamine, and those are the neurotransmitters that help you feel calmer, more motivated, and less anxious. And we could all use some of that right now. So here's something else that you might not know. Physical activity reduces cortisol, and that's the stress hormone. We don't want a lot of cortisol in our body because it's not good for us. But it means that when it's reduced, it means that when life feels overwhelming, a few minutes of movement can help bring you back to center, where you're calm. There's also a mental shift that happens when you move. You feel more energized, your mind clears, and you're more likely to see solutions instead of problems. So I'm somebody, I spend a lot of time in front of the computer. As a writer, way too much time sitting, looking at a screen. And sometimes I just get stuck with something I'm working on. And so I take the dog for a walk and we go to this really beautiful place. It's just a water district canal and there's water on one side and a really nice path. And, it goes forever. And so we usually walk about 3 miles. And by the time I get home, whatever the problem was, the solution has popped into my mind while I was walking. So I highly recommend, taking a break, using walking or any kind of movement. A yoga class might do the same thing. I'm not sure. But for me, I always go and walk when I have that issue. Okay. So I love to exercise. But maybe when you hear it's good to move your body, maybe your reaction is ugh. And I'm guessing that's probably from some experience that was terrible that you had in high school or elementary school in PE. Because we all hated PE then. And so you might just have kept that story in your head that, I really don't like to work out. I don't like to exercise. But the thing is, you don't have to work up a sweat or you don't have to do anything that's really structured. You just have to do simple things like I said, walk the dog. Or if you don't have a dog, go for a walk in the neighborhood. Even cleaning your house is exercise. Or, if you park your car, you can walk that extra distance to wherever you're going. Or if there's a building and you need to go up, take the stairs. All those things can really improve your mood in a noticeable way. The trick is, the major thing to keep in mind is you have to be consistent. Movement's like a compound interest for your happiness. And the more often you do it, the more the benefits build up. So now you're probably wondering, how do I start? I've been so sedentary. I spend a lot of time on the couch. So here's some things. If you're like me and you sit in front of the computer a lot, take movement breaks. Every hour on the hour, stand up, set a timer if you have to, but stand up, stretch at the very least, just reach your hands up, bend over, touch your toes. You can do that even in an office. And if you can, go for a walk. Like You know how people used to take smoking breaks? Well, you could take an exercise break. Just go outside, walk around the building if you can, or go up and down the stairs. Do something. All right, the next thing is turn all your chores around the house into mini workouts. Put on music while you clean, rock out, let yourself move to the beat. Make it more fun. Boy, I have to clean the garage, and I'm trying to think what playlist will help me do that. Anyway, okay, walk and talk. So take a walk. If you have phone calls you have to make, go outside and walk while you do it. That way you're you're doing two things at once, and that's great. Also, another thing is to just stretch before you go to bed. Before you get into bed, that can really help calm your mind, and that will help you sleep better. Remember, your body doesn't care if you're at the gym, in your living room, in your bedroom, at the office, outside in the sunshine. It just loves it when you move. So there you have it. If you want to be happier, start by moving your body a little more each day. Think of it as a reset button. You could do it anytime, anywhere. And the beautiful thing about this is that movement benefits your body and your mind. So you're not just boosting your mood, you're investing in your long-term health. Start small, make it fun, and let your body, just listen to your body, let it lead the way. Okay, if this video inspired you, then give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who could use a mood boost, and subscribe for more tips for creating a happier life. And remember, happiness isn't just something you find. It's something you create, one step at a time. Okay, that's it for today. This has been your weekly dose of happiness, and I appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching.